All right, guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to create a list so that you can prospect from that list, okay? There's a couple different ways that you can do this, and I don't want to go into this too much, but you can, if you want to, use this to supplement other services that you provide for a client of yours, right? So, and I do this from time to time, okay? So let's just say that you have, I don't know, a landscaper, right? And you're generating leads for that landscaper, and that landscaper is located in Las Vegas, right? You can use this method to get leads for the landscaper in Las Vegas, right? You can also use this method to get the landscaper as your client in Las Vegas, okay? So it works both ways. The other thing I want to point out too, before we start actually generating the list for you, you can very easily outsource this. It's very, very easy to hire someone to do this because the process is like insanely simple, all right? It's really not that complicated at all. Okay, so let me start off by showing you how to get clients for your client, okay? And then we'll move on from there, and I'll show you how to generate a list so that you can prospect to get new business for whatever business you're in, okay? So let's say I have a landscaper in Las Vegas. Oh, let's use a different town. Let's say I have a landscaper in Miami, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here in the search box, and I am going to search out Miami, Florida, okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over into the group section, which is right here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all these groups and I'm going to join them all, okay? Now, I'm not going to post anything in the group. I'm not going to spam the group with messages. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. All I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click join on all of these, all right? And some of them are going to ask me questions, and to be honest with you, if it's me, I just cancel that because I don't want to be bothered. There's so many other ones that I could go in. These right here, the buy, sell, and trade ones are the best because there's so many people in them. I mean, this one has a lot of members, but they're probably not all from, you know, that location. This one here, Miami, Florida, buy, sell, and trade, every town that I've ever seen has one of these things. You know, maybe it's called classifieds or whatever, but it's something along those lines. There's always a lot of members in them, and they're always from that location for the most part. Okay, so I'm going to join that one. I'm going to join the sales and freebie one like that. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so I'm going to do those three. All right, now that's going to give me 2,300 members here and 7,900 members there. Now, there's probably a lot of crossover in that, right? So maybe we have a total of 9,000 people because there's a lot. Probably those people are in the same group. You know what I mean? Like same people. Now, what's going to happen is once I get into that group, those groups, I'm going to have access to all those people, okay? Now, like I said, I'm not going to be posting in these groups for the most part. Sometimes I will, right? If I'm working for a client, sometimes I may. So let's just say I have a landscaper in Miami, right? The same example. And I'm in this sales and freebie thing, right? And my landscaper says, hey, you know what? I want to generate a lot of new business this month, and I want to get a lot of new leads and do a lot of new estimates and all that stuff. So let's just give away like 1 week of landscaping for free, or like we'll cut your front lawn for free or whatever. That I'm going to post, right? But for the most part, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to talk to the people one-on-one and book appointments right through Facebook Messenger for that client, okay? Now, here's how it's going to, well, actually, before I show you that, let me go into the business side of it. So how do you generate, that's how you generate leads for your, or to create a list for your client, right? If you have a client, you want to generate leads for them, that's how you create the list. You come in here, and these members are going to become your list. Don't worry about how you're going to talk to them or what you're going to say to them. We're going to go over that in other videos. I'm just showing you how to get the actual people first, okay? So that's the first thing that I'm going to do. And later on in this video, I'm going to show you what this all looks like, so just wait for that. But that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to search out the area, and I'm going to join the buy, sell, trade groups, the freebie groups. If there's, you know, a lot of these towns have like a community watch, right? Let's see if they have it. Doesn't look like they do. But a lot of the towns, like my local town, has like a community watch thing or whatever. You could join that as well. Miami and South Florida, buy, sell, and trade. That, you know, could be another one that you can get into. All of these, okay? As long as it makes sense for you. South Florida, black-owned businesses. Maybe not for the landscaping example, but if you're somebody who sells search engine optimization or, social media stuff or web design or anything like that, consulting, that would be fine. Okay. So whatever one makes sense for you, depending on if you're doing it for a client or whatever, then that's what you want to join. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to kind of switch focus a little bit, and I want to talk about how to generate a list of people that you can prospect for an online business, whether it's social media or SEO, web development, whatever it is that you're doing, consulting, anything like that, working with small local businesses. This is how you generate a list. Remember, we're not talking about yet how to approach the people, okay? That's gonna come later on. All I'm teaching you how to do in this video is actually get the list of people. That's it, okay? We're going very step by step here because I don't want to confuse anybody. So what we want to do is basically the same thing. The only difference is now we're just going to search for business-minded people. So if we go back to Miami and we do Chamber of Commerce, which would be right there, and we go into groups, right? Not as many members, right? The other one had like 9,000, I think we said, between the two of them, right? Because there was some crossover there or whatever. But 248, we could join that one. 70, we can join that one. 43, we can join all of these. Like every single one of them, just join them, okay? Now, some of them you might not get approved for or whatever, but for the most part, you'll probably get into them, okay? The other thing you could search for, too, is you could just search small business and sort through it. But you're going to have to sort like a lot, okay? So Small Business Society is fine. Small business owners of South Florida, that would be fine for like the Miami example that we were talking about. A lot of these people, if it's not like, from my experience anyway, if it's just like small business online community like this, right? A lot of these people are sitting at home like blogging, or like they have they don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't have a business, right? We're looking for clients. So we're looking for the landscaper, the doctor, the lawyer, the roofer. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for the guy who has a YouTube channel. We're looking for the real brick and mortar business owner, okay? So this would be a good one right here, Small Business Owners Central Florida. And then really just scroll down and just keep looking. And Atlanta Business Spotlight, that's fine. Utah small businesses, that's fine. California business opportunities, stay away from that one. Black business owners of Atlanta, that's fine. Fort Myers business advertising, that's not a good one. Just keep going down. Central Florida small, I don't know why there's all Florida stuff. Minnesota small business networking, that one would probably be good. Like any kind of networking group or anything like that is usually pretty good. The ones that we want to stay away from, Fort Wayne Small Business Owners Association, that's fine. Montgomery, Texas Small Business Group, and just keep scrolling down. I mean, this will go forever. You know what I mean? Like this will just keep going. So just look for the ones, in the area that you want to prospect to. Okay. Now, here's what happens. Watch. I want to show you. Hang on a second. I'm going to go back to my Facebook thing here, and I'm just going to go into one of the groups that I'm in, like just a random one. There, Toronto Maple Leafs. There we go. Okay, so this is obviously not a business thing, right? I'm a hockey fan. I like the Islanders, and I love the Toronto Maple Leafs as well. I'm a big Matt Martin fan. So whatever, that doesn't make a difference. Don't pay attention to that. I just want to show you how to see the people in the group, okay? So here's what's going to happen. Once you're in the group, like I'm in this group, I'm a member of this group, right? So over here on the left-hand side, it's going to say files, photos, videos, events, members, okay? So what I want to do is I want to click on members like that, okay? And you see there's me. And then we have a whole bunch of all the members right here, right? Now, a lot of these members will have what they do for a living, or some people have their school or whatever, underneath their name. So if you see someone who's self-employed and you sell something that's geared towards self-employment, whether it's SEO or whatever, then you can, talk to that person. And again, we're not going into talking yet. I'm just showing you how to get the list, okay? Now, once you're in the group and you're in the membership area right here where all the members are, what you want to do, what a lot of people will do if they're just, if I just throw this at them, what they would think to do is go to this person right here and send them a message, right? And that's not what you want to do, okay? And the reason why you don't want to do that is because if you send this person a message and you're not friends with them, let me rephrase this, okay? I don't edit, so let me just rephrase this. From my experience on my Facebook account, okay? I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but for me and for every person's Facebook account that I've ever been involved with from clients of mine, if you're not a friend of that person and you message them, they don't actually get the message, right? They have to approve it first. So let me just go in here. I may have to blur some of this out, but let me just go in here and kind of see if I could show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so you see how it says here, like this Victor M. Franco guy. I have no idea who that is. But see how it says you're now connected on Messenger? Well, the reason why we're connected on Messenger now is because I approved him as a friend of mine, right? See these message requests? I don't get notified of them. I don't know who those people are. These are people who are not friends of mine who are trying to send me a message, okay? So you have to make sure that you add them as a friend first before you send them a message. I have no idea why I just added this guy because I don't want to talk to him. But that's what you would do, okay? You would add them as a friend first. So what you want to do is once you get into these groups, just go right down the line in the members area and start adding all of the people as a friend. So do maybe like 50 or 60 out of one group and then 50 or 60 out of another. Don't go crazy and do thousands of them. Just do 50 or 60 out of one group, 50 or 60 out of another, and then stop. What's going to eventually happen is as you start adding friends, people in the group and other people connected to that person are going to start adding you as well. Okay, so it's not you're not just going to do 50 or 60 in one day and then, only get those 50 or 60. You're going to get 50 or 60 that first day from each group, and then you're also going to get requests back from people that are friends of those people. So maybe if you do 50 or 60 per group in one day, what's going to happen is maybe you'll get like 60 or 70 from those 50 or 60, if that makes sense, right? Because friends of their friends are going to also request you, right? And then after a while, it just starts to snowball and you get a whole bunch of people who want to learn how to quiet people that annoy you on Messenger. Like that. Then usually they don't write back. So that's how you want to do it. Once you're in the group, just start adding people. And, you can even do it this way. Just hover over them, just click on add friend. But just don't, like I said, don't just message them. Because if you just message them, it's not going to go into their, they're not going to get notified of it. And you want to make sure that you actually notify them, okay? There are a lot of other things we're going to talk about as far as being a member of a group goes, but that's going to come later on. Just for now, join the group and start adding people in the group as your friend. 50 or 60 people per group. Don't go crazy with it again, but 50 or 60 people per group, and then stop there and then move on to the next video.